What's up, fellow fantasy-loving friends? Josh here with RSMP Tabletop, and I'm beyond excited because today we're going to do kind of a recap. We're going to talk a little bit about what we've done on the channel and where the channel's going. First, we're going to start off by talking about a little trip that I went on. Me and 19 other family members of mine went down to South Dakota. It was pretty awesome. We just went down for a family trip. It was cool to just get to spend some time together, see some cool landmarks out there, and get to experience that. Unfortunately, on the way home, we got stuck in Minneapolis because of the CrowdStrike debacle, and we flew Delta, so of course we got stuck there for about 3 extra days. But my family turned lemons into lemonade. Instead of getting stuck at the airport, my uncle was able to call a Ford dealership. He got us a 13-person passenger vehicle, and he started trucking us to a hotel that was a little bit further away. Because of this, we ended up staying there for a few extra days, and there's something called the Mall of America. Inside the Mall of America, there's a game store. And when I first went on vacation, I had no intent to do anything game related other than I brought my Marvel Crisis Protocol cards and I was doing some pictures and I had a little bit of fun with them while I was actually out on vacation. But anyway, so they had a game store there, and of course I had to walk in and check it out to see what they were all about. And when I was at the front counter, I noticed that they had Dragon Ball Z. Now, when I was a kid, I used to play the Dragon Ball Z game that had like the numbers on the side of the characters. And right now it seems like Fusion World is their new set. So the first day I went in, I bought the red and the blue starter set, and I eventually went back and I went to buy the green starter set, and my aunt like dove in front of me and she was like, no, I'll get it. So she snagged it for me. So Judy, Shelly, thank you so much for a wonderful trip, and thank you so much for getting me the green Dragon Ball Z starter set. We're gonna use it a lot in the videos going forward. So not only did I pick up the Dragon Ball Z game, but I also picked up Zombie Dice, which I got to play a couple games with my grandma, which she actually beat me 2 out of 3 games. So good job, Grandma, you whooped me, and I was not gonna let you win, so you beat me fair and square. Right before I had left, an amazing painter named Rob had mentioned that he never actually played Marvel Crisis Protocol, but he was buying a lot of the pieces and painting them. But after watching my videos, he decided he wanted to dip his toe in and play. So as you guys know, Jin is one of the nicest dudes around, and as far as like Marvel Crisis Protocol comes, I think he is one of the top tier, most knowledgeable people around in the entire area. On top of that, he's one of the most friendly, nicest, kindest dudes I've ever met. So he came down and he taught Rob how to play. I want to say it was after the first or second turn. You could just see Rob's face light up. You could see his gears turning, and they had a great time, a great back and forth. And when we finished, Rob said that he absolutely loved the game. He enjoyed it very much, and he couldn't wait to play more. Leading into that, I'm gonna take credit for also getting 2 more people into this game, because I mentioned before, Jared, who does the thumbnails, thank you very much, Jared, you're killing it. He had mentioned, because he started watching the videos and saw what we were doing, that he went out, he bought the box set, and plus he bought a couple additional character as well. Well, he just got his buddy into playing as well, so I'm gonna take credit for pulling 3 people into playing Marvel Crisis Protocol.
All right, so last night I actually showed my friend Joey here his first 2 games of MCP, and sufficient to say, he is hooked. And so what do you think?
It was amazing, very easy to learn, and just very straightforward. I had so much fun, I didn't want to stop playing.
And he just picked up a new character today and some of the measuring tools, so we have a successful convert. So.
It's gonna be a heavy painting weekend.
The battle standard just moved locations, and the store is better than ever. The display cases look amazing, there's tons of places to play, and just being there and seeing the energy and the flow of that day was honestly top notch. There were people playing Star Wars Shatterpoint, including my boy Joey, who's a great painter. I'm gonna link his Instagram down below in the description, so head on over and show him some love. There were people playing Warhammer. There were people playing Magic the Gathering because a new set had just dropped, so it was awesome seeing everybody over there slinging cards and having a good time. But the energy was just honestly through the roof. Jared, you've done such an amazing job with the new store. I watched you hustle and pretty much do every sort of job you could possibly do that day to make it happen and give everybody an enjoyable experience. So from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much for working as hard as you do to provide such a great place for us to go down and play. But back to it, in a future video, you're gonna get to see this tournament. I talked to some of the players. I got to talk about what affiliations they were playing and why they chose to use that particular affiliation. So I had mentioned how busy I was this weekend. So it started with Friday. The Dragonlayer just opened a new store, and I wanted to head down and check it out. I've never actually been to any of the Dragonlayer stores, but this is a perfect opportunity to meet the owner, shake some hands, and get to see the new place. The new store was awesome. It was clean, it was warm, it was inviting, and honestly, they had super comfy chairs where you can go sit and play your favorite games with your friends. As you saw from some of the earlier footage, on Saturday, the Battle Standard had a Marvel Crisis Protocol tournament, which was awesome. There's gonna be a full video on that coming up in the future. And then after that, on Sunday, I just spent all day today with Jen and Eric. They were down. We actually did some character breakdowns as well as an affiliation breakdown. We talked about some of the new changes coming to Marvel Crisis Protocol after the last rules buff. We've got some cards that get faded out. We've got some new characters coming, so stay tuned because for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be dropping videos on Wednesday and on Friday. So you're gonna get to see Jen and Eric talk a lot about some new characters, which is gonna be exciting because not only do they talk about the characters, but they talk so deep about the game, the abilities, some of the interactions that happen. So even if you don't care about playing those characters, absolutely tune into these videos because it's a wealth of knowledge. These guys are so passionate, they're so caring, and they honestly just want to deliver you guys and bring the community up to a high level of standard and understanding of the game. So if you really want to get better at playing Marvel Crisis Protocol, you should tune into any video that has Jen and Eric into it because those guys explain the game at such a high level, but they also explain it at a base level so it's easier for some of us new guys to kind of understand. Yes, some of it's over my head, but I'm learning a lot as it goes, but it's super exciting for me to continue to grow my skill set and learn with those guys as I continue to make more videos with them. So if you haven't liked, subscribe, comment, and share, it helps us out a ton. And like I mentioned, we're gonna be having a lot more content from Marvel Crisis Protocol coming out soon. And I mentioned that I did snag the Dragon Ball Z starter sets. I am gonna do a video where Eric, MJ, and Jared come down. The four of us are each gonna take a deck. We're gonna play each other once. We're gonna talk about our experience in the game, and we'll make a whole video on the new Dragon Ball Z Fusion World card game. So if you wanna check out some other stuff coming up, we just wanna spread our wings a little bit and get to try some new stuff. We are gonna focus on Marvel Crisis Protocol. That is our game for now, but I do have the ADHD and I like to jump around and try some different stuff, and I do want to play a card game, so the new Dragon Ball Z Fusion World game seems like the perfect game to play. So thank you for tuning in for this episode and kind of the updates and what's going on with the channel. I'm super excited because we're gonna have a ton of awesome content coming out, so again, please subscribe, like, comment, share, post these videos in your Discord, and try to get people on board because I'm gonna try to showcase some of the community. I'm gonna try to bring some awesome gameplay to you guys and at a high quality level. So until next time, stay safe.